Hey there, this is Marcus from Illumina. Welcome to the microsimulation loss of a digital supplier. This is without a doubt one of my favorite microsimulations, as it can give you a really good understanding of what the impact of a supply chain cyber attack might look like outside of your organization. The beauty about this microsimulation is you can roll it out and get an understanding of what the impact might be from a centralized response team perspective, but you can also roll this out team by team and function by function right across the organization. Without further ado, let's get into it. As with all microsimulations housed by Illumina, these are housed in our digital crisis event rooms. Participants can commence their microsimulation using the microsimulations button, which launches a walkthrough of the dashboard, showing them critical information such as event information in our digital whiteboards, as well as anywhere any tasks may be allocated to them. It'll also show them access to the document repository where participants can access critical documentation such as business continuity plans, crisis management plans, and lists of critical functions, and any other documents deemed relevant for response. Once the walkthrough is completed, the participants can get started. This will typically take them through what artifacts may have been developed to help bring the microsimulation to life. This one in particular is a doctored up article about the outage a Salesforce organization has experienced, given that Salesforce has been deemed as a critical supplier for this organization. Artifacts are a great way to make microsimulations come to life. To complete the microsimulation, participants can access the scenario sitting in the digital whiteboard in the information board. This includes critical information that has been outlined to provide a scenario for the organization. In this particular instance, there is a fact and assumption. They can then access the tasks that have been allocated to them and see the status of which tasks are there, the due date for them to be completed, as well as who they've been assigned to. There are typically only 3 to 5 tasks in any microsimulation, as we're only looking for the microsimulation to take 10 to 15 minutes. This one in particular is around accessing the crisis response plan to evidence the date it was last updated, undertaking an impact assessment to focus on any particular issues in the supply chain disruption caused to the organization, and identifying and reporting on all critical functions likely to be impacted should the services not return within 72 hours. These tasks have been curated so they can create particular aha moments by pushing participants through to complete a particular task. In the first task, we'll have a look at our crisis response plan, and I can access that via the document repository. I'll download that and evidence the date of which it was last updated. For many organizations, just trying to find a copy of the crisis management plan can be a task in its own right. The fact in this particular instance, this crisis management plan was updated in January 2020 should outline for the organization that perhaps that crisis management plan may be due for another update. Information can be completed using the task board, and the status can be updated as the task is completed. Once all tasks have been undertaken, the participant can finish and wrap up the microsimulation, which will take them through a quick debrief to understand how the microsimulation went. This debrief in particular outlines what critical systems may have been identified through the microsimulation, what services may have been disrupted from the outage, how the participant believe the organization could improve its resilience, the participants' confidence levels, both before the microsimulation and after, as well as capturing some basic feedback about the microsimulation itself. Once that's completed, the information recorded in the microsimulation is then aggregated for the resilience champion to review at whole. This allows the resilience champions to essentially roll out microsimulations at scale, understand the level of engagement across the organization and resilience, and also aggregate any identified opportunities to improve the resilience program. Illumina has hundreds of microsimulations templated and ready to go to assist resilience champions reignite engagement and resilience at scale. For more information or to book a personalized demo, go to illumina.io.